The Game album, released on 30th of June 1980s, and now in its 40th sensational and its 40th anniversary. Happy birthday to the Game album. My idea was to play every song on my drum kit, playing along to the record, and it's actually a little present for Queen, and to do that, it's a present for the album. So the Game album, what to tell about the Queen, the Game album? The Game album is a very special album. It actually marks the end of the 70s, but also it's a starting point for the 1980s with songs like Another One Bites the Dust. It was also the first album when Queen decided to use a synthesizer, an Oberheimer. Roger came up with this idea, so this is the first album that does not have the words "no synthesizers" used in the inner sleeve or in the at the lyrics at each song, because this was actually a little trademark by Queen, from the Queen album to the Jazz album in 1978. So the album starts with "Play the Game," sung by Freddie, and you can hear the first notes are actually from the Oberheimer synthesizer. And then there is the old Queen, is this very soft rock, and Brian is using actually another guitar. I think it's a Fender Stratocaster, I don't know. And "Play the Game" video, and "Play the Game" in the video, this marks also a different style of Queen, because now Freddie is wearing a moustache, which you don't see here, but I come to this cover later. Then there's "Dragon Attack." It's also a very heavy song. So this is actually the Game album stands for the 80s, very heavy with the bass, with bass elements, bass lines, very heavy bass lines, and very dry drum lines. Actually, it's terrible for drummers. Just more funky elements, and sometimes there's a rough guitar, aggressive, and Freddie of course is singing more roughly than before, and you know. Then there is Drunken Attack of That, because this is the song you can hear every element is there. Now actually the snare, drums, and the drum solo very very dry, and then there's the heavy bass, and of course then there's the guitar by Brian. The song was written by Brian. Very very aggressive actually, as well as Freddie did with Another One Bites the Dust. He sang just until his voice was actually then bleeding. Yes, it's very very high, aggressive, and loud. Yeah, you can hear them. Another One Bites the Dust is a song actually for Freddie. Yes, he was in this element, but Roger, I think, wasn't heavy at all. Wasn't lucky at all, because every time the same rhythm pattern. It's not that nice. Not playing drums. Then there's "Need You Loving Tonight," an older Queen song, written by John, which is a very fast song, but it sounds like the 70s. Yeah, you can put it in the 70s. As well as the crazy little thing called "Love Thing." It's actually the style of the 50s. It's rock and roll, an homage to Elvis, you know. And they've got "Rocket Prime Chive," written by Roger Taylor as well, and sung by him and Freddie in a duet. Partly in a duet, partly by Roger himself. What else to say about "Rocket Prime Chive"? Actually, very very rough song, very fast. Roger is just pressing out his voice. You're gonna know you get a rock in space. I don't know. So this is actually very very dry. Then there's "Don't Try Suicide." Actually, the Queen song, which is a bit strange, because I don't think that the official Queen fans really do know about "Don't Try Suicide." "Don't Try Suicide" is for me, it's actually a hidden track. I love the song. I love the track. It's very, but it's very short. It's not that long. So actually, it's when you listen to Rocket Prime Chive, then actually the next one would have been Sail Away Your Sister, and in between there's Don't Try Suicide. But Sail Away Your Sister is also a very, very old song by Brian. Yeah? So you can hear the elements from the 1970s. You've got the beginning with Queen 2, Someday, One Day, over, and there's she loves me so, she makes me happy, Stormtroopers and Stilettos from the Heart Attack, 39, you know, and then yes, Long Away from the Day Races. So this is the last album where Brian is singing a song by himself. Yeah. And it's coming soon, very, very quick watch it, very fast. And also together with a synthesizer. And the album ends with Save Me, which is an old Queen track actually. It also sounds very, very soft and something like that, very tranquil. Actually, the dramatic Queen style stands for Save Me actually. This is typical elements for Save Me. Like the influence is like Somebody to Love or something. It's a bit dramatic, bit emotional song. I would say, my opinion. Well, the album was recorded mainly in Munich from 1979 onwards. So the first single was released in October 1979, of course, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and this is where the album cover came from. The album cover of Play the Game, or of the game, is taken from the Crazy Little Thing Called Love sessions. So you can see that Freddie is not wearing a moustache. This will come up from the 1980s, I think very early 1980. And in the video Play the Game, it's the first video where Freddie is wearing this moustache. You can see John, and John is, two photo sessions actually. The first one shows this picture, and the second one, John is standing a bit more to the right at this point of view, and then you can see that is the t-shirt with the word Bike It on it. And Bike It is actually from the Bicycle Race video, from the bicycle stuff from the Jazz album 1978. You can see actually it is a different style. It's leather and black, and the album silver, grey, a bit white. You know, this is not the flamboyant Queen style. And remember in the Heart Attack tour, Freddie is wearing an angel dress, you know, with white wings and dances around there. And here you can see this very cool. Venom was very cool in leather, black leather jackets. I think Roger at the time was working on his solo album. There is a track, A Human Body, which is also, well, partly a demo released as a B-side to one of the things. I don't know which one it was, but I think it's the only demo or only track which is separated from the album, because it is not on the album. So I think for him it was the starting point for working on his forthcoming album, Fun in Space. It's later was released in 1981 in April. So it was actually the time when they used to go to Munich, the beat music, in the bars and in the discos, you know, in the clubs. Very, very different styles were played, and Brian should not only play, also play, not only playing the Red Special guitar, try to use different guitars, try to use different styles. Just wanted to make this video for you, some information about the Game album, because it's such an interesting and very, very great album by Queen, and it really marks actually the end of the 70s and the beginning of the 80s. So what else to say about the album cover? This was actually all. Yes, and later on there really had to be a tour about Crazy Little Thing Called Love, because this song became such successful, of course, in the States at first, and so there was a crazy tour planned in late 1979 till 1980, and then in the aftermath they recorded another song. So the songs actually are marked with a star and with a cross. The songs with a star. It marks these songs, which were recorded in 1979, and the other one, which were recorded in 1980. I think you can hear which song was recorded in 1979, which song was recorded in 1980 because of this different style. And Freddie's voice actually is sounding healthier and stronger in the early 1980s and in the 70s. In the 70s, he used to sing also strong, but also he had this talent to more softly. And I think you can hear it's a bit higher and my opinion, that actually is a bit softer. Well, that was everything. So I want to start the series with Play the Game, Dragon Attack, Another One Bites the Dust, Sneak Your Loving Tonight, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, Rocket Prime Chive, Don't Try Suicide, Sail Away with Your Sister, Coming Soon, and Save Me. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up, and see you soon.